Well, today is the first day back to school for many, including Santa Barbara Unified School District. If you need ideas on healthy meals to pack for your kiddos, we've got you covered.
That's right. We're joined by Athena Cameranesi. She is a clinical dietitian at Cottage Children's Medical Center. Now, Athena, what's a good on-the-go breakfast for kids if they don't have too much time before they head out the door in the morning?
Yeah, this is something I totally understand. I'm not a morning person, so I think in the least, if you can get your kid a nutritious liquid, you can start their day with some energy, protein, vitamins from something like a kefir, a drinkable yogurt, a smoothie. And then if there is time to sit down at the table, you can definitely build a balanced meal pretty quickly, like something like a low sugar cereal or oatmeal. Just add protein and fruit to it, a high protein yogurt with fruit, toast and peanut butter and banana, quesadilla with veggies. All of these things can be eaten pretty quickly.
Yeah, those sound great. And then building on that, they have a nice quick maybe smoothie or a toast like you mentioned for breakfast. And then what about for lunch? I know some kids, they want diversity. They don't just want to have like just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So what recommendations do you have to keep it fun but also to keep it nutritious?
Yeah, well, I think if you're unfamiliar, we've moved away from the food pyramid and we're now using this balanced plate example.
Okay.
So the goal would be to pack a lunch that has a protein, a food that has a carbohydrate or a grain, and then a fruit or vegetable with that. So as long as you're packing these components, I'd call it a success, even if your kid doesn't eat it all. And that could be something like our standard sandwich. I think that's probably the most commonly packed sandwich or lunch. And that could be a tuna sandwich, meat, peanut butter, egg salad. And then I'd say repurpose that in a different form. So you could put it in a tortilla and make a wrap. You could put it in a whole wheat pita pocket for a different version. You could kind of serve it with crackers and let them make their own thing.
Yeah.
And then I think actually trying to let your kid have some choice in the matter can increase the likelihood that they're going to finish the meal. So you can still drive the balance of the meal, but ask questions like, would you like a sliced apple or strawberry in your lunch today? And then they feel like they made the choice and are kind of playing a role in their meal.
Yeah, I feel like it's a balance of the parents trying to be creative for the kids and repurposing maybe a similar meal like you mentioned, and the kids feeling like they have some ownership over what they're eating, and it's not just like, oh, mom packed this, so I have to eat this.
Yeah, absolutely, and having fun with it. Sometimes, kids don't want to eat a cucumber in a circle, but they'll eat it in a spear. Like you can just play around with things or serve it with sauces and dips that they like to increase the likelihood they'll eat it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, I want to talk to you about vending machines. I don't know how many vending machines are actually on campuses anymore. I feel like they're going away from that, but I don't know for sure. But what are your thoughts on vending machines if your kid didn't get to pack a lunch and they want to go over there and grab chips or maybe cookies? Is that something that you say, no, don't ever do it? Or, every now and then it'd be okay?
I think every food can find a place in your child's diet at some point. But I think a lot of it comes down to how frequently we're having it, and I think our attitude around the food can make a difference too. So I encourage parents to try to follow the same guidelines they want their kids to be following, lead by example. And that can be a great teaching tool to teach your kid how to enjoy those foods without overindulging but not feeling totally restricted.
Yeah.
And let's be real, your kid's probably getting that food at school whether or not you're buying it. They might be trading the lunch you make for a bag of chips.
Or bartering out
And
there.
bartering, yeah, absolutely. So I think, letting them incorporate it sometimes actually can be a good lesson.
Yeah, and real quick, I want to talk about the rising cost of groceries as well, because sometimes it almost feels like, okay, either you can eat healthy or you can do a budget-friendly grocery shop. So how do you navigate that?
Yeah, that is really challenging right now. I think if you have the opportunity to plan a little bit, like at least the outline of what you want to make for the week, try to use similar ingredients across multiple meals. That can be helpful. Making a list and trying to stick to that list at the grocery store is really helpful. We've all heard it, don't shop hungry. You really will stray from the list at that point.
Dangerous.
And then I think, our canned fruits and vegetables or meats, and frozen can be a great option. They might taste a little bit different, but you're getting the same nutrition for your family.
Okay, such helpful information, and especially on the first day of school, I feel like this is the perfect timing for this as well. So we want to thank you so much for being here, waking up early with us, and giving our viewers some helpful information. We'll have all this information linked on our mobile app and website. Athena, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.